So what is veganism? And if you know me personally, you know I'm a vegan. So I would just want you to know why I am vegan and why I do I think that being vegan would make a change. So first of all, I'm being vegan since a lot of years. I'm being vegan since COVID. Uh, after like the COVID happened, I was vegetarian still since my childhood. I've never eaten meat. I would have I remember someone offering me meat when I was child and I had like vomited and I never liked meat. And that time I was not sure what it is, when you are a child. But when I grew up, I saw a lot of documentaries and I became more alerted. I took more interest in protecting animals because the COVID happened and I used to see a lot of cows and dogs. They were starving. No one was giving them. In India, we still have something, I would say, a soft corner for cows, but that happens. There's still discrimination between bulls, like the male version of cows. So they get left behind. And when there's COVID, when you're rationing your own food, so how would we think about feeding other people, right? I still, oh, that, so these images that I used to see, because cows, they don't understand there's a COVID, right, happening right in front of you. For them, it's what it is. It's for in it's normal life. So I used to see them. They used to stand a lot, and people used to they used to just they used to put some object or something so that cow gets scared and they move off. And I couldn't do a lot of things because I was still a kid. I have not seen the world. But from that point onward, and after the documentary that I saw, that the cruelty that happens inside a farm, we have started become more greedy, in the sense how cows were raised in the past. Especially, I'm talking about my country. I'm not sure about Western countries, but it was more humane. And now it's just became a business about, just getting more money. You don't care what's the health of cow. You just kill the, uh, kill her child. You take her away from her the first day if someone is born. Can we do this with a human? You think, just imagine the pain to the mother. You do it. It's not possible. And it's possible with a cow. It's even legal. Why? Because it's revenue generating. So these things are the things that made me go vegan, because I don't want to contribute to this cruelty. I know it's very difficult. If you think my life is easy, it's not. It's not. So this is one of the principle of Bhagavad Gita. When you feel the suffering of every living thing in your own heat, that is consciousness. So if you can see this cow, this lovely cute cow, we worship cow according to Hindu influence and the way we believe that cow is sacred. The reason is cow is so pure. If you just look into the eyes of a cow, you'll not see anything except kindness and humility. Cow will never harm you unless they never harm you. What can a cow do to you? She's like a selfless person. She'll always give you. She will never take anything from you. And it's just thought that when there are cows in like ancient time, it was thought when there are cow around you, there's it's a place is sacred. Nothing bad will happen to you. There's nothing bad in that time. Bad would mean something like drought or something like external calamity. I'm not sure this applies today, but that belief, because it's still said, if you are with good people, it's the collective value. It's just average of people, the average people you live. So the I know we can't take everything from the past. It's difficult in the world we're living now, but at least we can still choose to not harm them, right? That is still possible, and that is should be done according to me. So I would like to tell you, people, they don't know a lot about veganism. What is veganism, first of all? So, veganism is not vegetarianism, which you think, if you still consume milk, if you think, "Oh, I only consume milk, I don't kill any animal, I'm more pure, I'm not, I'm ethical." So, sorry, I would like to say it's wrong. You could do better if you stop milk. If you just stop milk, or it's even if it's honey, if you can. I know it's very difficult if you're dependent on milk for your protein consumption, maybe because of your revenue, maybe because of how much you earn and milk is cheaply available, or it's just more accessible to you, or you've been eating, drinking for all your life milk products. I know it's very difficult, but at least you can start by reducing. For reducing could be not eating milk for one meal. I think it's not too much to ask. Just stop eating for one meal in a day. You can start by like this. If you like the idea, if that sounds interesting to you, I'll tell you more reasons why vegan diet is more optimal for you. It will help you achieve all your health goals if done in the right manner. So, first of all, we learn what is veganism. So, veganism is an ideology that seeks to minimize harm. So, like, just by living, we what people, sometimes the vegans get mocked a lot of time that you only eat grass or, plant feel pain. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. What the ideology is not, no one can 100% right. Don't strive for that perfectionism. you know Perfection, you can never be 100%. There will be somebody who would be left. There would be something that cannot be done. I won't say even go aim for 99. It's just too much to ask. The point of veganism is what you can do in your daily life. If that means finding alternative products to meet your health requirement, substituting your meat with, say, tofu or soy, or just taking other legumes, it's not too difficult. I know I know this sounds shocking because people, as soon as I pull the word veganism, people think it's something very to be privileged, like having people who are very rich, they can afford vegan fine, but it's not like that. Fruits and vegetable are the cheapest you'll find in any supermarket. Don't run for that label bio. It doesn't matter. You can buy the same pasta without nothing, with only wheat, with no eggs or milk, at a certain lower price. You can start with oats. They're not very expensive. It's about your mentality, if you want to do it or not. So as you can see from this slide, a typical vegan diet, it consists of fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Now you'll ask me, how do vegan get their protein? So yeah, we'll cover that. Don't worry. If that's what you're concerned, if you're eating meat for protein, so you would also like to know that just eating meat, eating beef, eating chicken doesn't give you muscles. You need to work out. You need to be more. You need to make muscle. You have to work out a lot. You have to walk a lot. You have to do strength training. Otherwise, it's just fat. It's just additional fat. And with the caloric and how these meat products all are certainly high in calorie. They're so high in fat, and that fat is not good for you in the long term. You know this. You it cannot be possible that you don't go to a doctor if you're eating non-veg product. You have to always have a visit, and the point is you'll have a lot of fat. You won't be able to reduce that fat if you're consuming. I get your I get your your concern for having optimal health, but if you've just stop consuming milk product in general and meat, reduce your meat consumption, good for the planet, good for you, and you don't need to work even. You don't need to work so hard. If you're not consuming that fat, you won't need to burn so much calories, right? If you can just reduce your calories, it's like a win-win for you. And it's good for your skin. If you're not consuming too much fat, you're not raising your blood pressure, you're not raising your sugar levels, your body is in a better way. If you have any injuries, you have more energy levels. Everything can be taken care of. There are a lot of things which I can cover in the next videos about the supplements that I take or that I would recommend, because yeah, there are certain things that a vegan diet lack, but with the advent, with the grasp of technology and modernization or globalization, everything's possible. You just need to have the knowledge to find these, and everything can be replaceable. It's not that it's the we can only get B12 from meat. It's not like that. Now there are so many companies, so many people who have made it so possible that it's easily accessible and in the right quantity. Just we need to have that knowledge. But for having that knowledge, you need to have an open mind that will I'm willing to invest in that? Will I'm willing to invest in having a good body that strives to be fueled by the right element? Because believe me, in the next 5-10 years, with the rate of meat and product we're consuming, we will have to change. We'll have to take a decision. This world can't live like that. It would be the situation. So believe me, in any case, we will have to change. What is speciesism? So if you know about this person, he's a he's a his name is Jack Phoenix. He has won an Oscar for his film Joker. I think you would know about him. He's a vegan. So if that makes you want to be vegan, so I think that's a good start. If you So he has done a lot of campaign. He works. He has done a lot of advocacy with PETA. PETA, if you know, the physical ethical treatment of animal. So I'll explain you what is speciesism. So speciesism is the same thing that okay, cows. What are cows? We don't consider cow as pet. In Western world, I am living in France, and we see cow as beef. It's a food. We'll eat it. If it's chicken, we call it protein because it's give us protein. We don't consider how we kill them, right? For us, only pets can be dogs or cat, right? This is our mentality. So what we do is we discriminate. When I say that I'm an animal lover, I'm a hypocrite. If I'm eating chicken and at the same time I'm feeding that chicken to the cow, uh, cat. Cows don't eat chicken. I'm so sorry, but what I mean to say is that we are just hypocrite. I'm saying I'm an animal lover, but I'm killing animal at the same time. It doesn't matter that okay, your dog can also with if you I know I don't think if you know you would be knowing this. Cats and dogs, they can survive without meat. It's not that you can survive without meat. Then why it's not possible for your animals, your pets to not survive? It's just all information that is fed it to you by the industry. It's just delusion because that's more cheaper. Meat gives more revenue. So I know these things sound you won't be convinced by hearing this one conversation with me. But I would certainly tell you this possible there's tons of vegan who are thriving, who are just having so much energy doing for the planet. They're doing for themselves. At least you get a good night's sleep. You have not you're not there's no blood in your belly. I'd just say like that. I know it's a hard thing to hear, but it's like that. You have to say no to speciesism. You have to treat all animals equally. If you say I'm an animal lover, then don't say I'm an animal lover. Just say I'm a dog lover, I kill other animals. Be like that, no? Then don't say I'm an animal lover because animals include cows, sheep. We are greedy. We see that this core, we won't consider going for artificial alternatives. We will take the wool of this sheep or any other animal. We don't care because we want ourselves to be accustomed with having resources. We want ourselves to be exploiting animals to your best interest. That is what gives greed. Because these species, they're not capable of retaliating to us. We just exploit them. It's just what's happening around how the world is exploded. And people come with the weird arguments that our ancestor used to eat meat. So the same thing, your ancestor used to live in cave. Are you willing to live in a cave? Will you install a Wi-Fi in your cave? What do you want to do? So please come at least. If you don't want, you should at least not try this reverse psychology or trying to just safeguard. There's a lot of things which is wrong in this world, but that does not mean that you just try to victim blame other people. It's never right. So other thing why I would consider veganism, it's for the environment. So why for environment? If you know, based on current report, if you follow sustainable development goals, which are also known as SDG goals, so animal agriculture, it's the highest contributor. It's the highest contributor for gases, not good for environment. the gases that are contributing réchauffement climatique, or also known as global warming. So that is why you see the ice is melting. You'll feel that our planet is heating day by day. It's not that cold how it used to be. Our climate is changing, temperature change, like you'll find rain on days you don't expect. Sometimes these things happen. Why it is happening? Because of our consumption. Because these, when you kill a cow, kill an animal, these are gases that are released just by killing them. You have to burn them. You have to. There's a lot of things. And then the other concept, when we are just artificially producing them. We understand the concept of artificially producing. We are producing cows that give more milk. Why? Because there are a bunch of millions of people who love milk, and we'll put that milk in a coffee and we'll sell it because we like that coffee. And so we are producing cows. That cows are just artificially produced, and we'll kill them once they stop producing milk. So this is what is happening because we're just so addicted to milk. We're just in love with milk. We don't care about the animal. We're just leaving them. Just you imagine your life when you were in COVID. Every day you used to feel like, if I'll be very honest, suffocated in that same hole, and you just leave that cow. I know you give food, but that's not justable. Animals also need their own space. They need to live in the farm. They want to we have knowledge. If we have the means, shouldn't we use it to protect the vulnerable, or we should use it to exploit them to just satisfy our greed? What do you think? And if we don't do it, if you don't like the idea, so just be open to mm, pandemics like COVID virus if you know why it happened in the first place. And so why is meat and dairy bad for the environment? As I explained, it's a contributor for deforestation as well, because animals, they are getting extinct, and you know that this places a serious effect on an ecosystem. If you know ecosystem, the chain, that chain is going on. And now don't tell me that if tiger doesn't eat a cow, it's going to fall. These are just weird arguments. We are talking about you right now. So if you just reduce your consumption of meat and dairy, there can be a lot of good things happening to our world. We can actually do this. And if you know, just you raising a cow for a meat, you need to feed that cow, right? You'll feed that cow, you'll feed a lot, you'll invest a lot of food and water to cows, sheep, the same food. Instead of killing that cow, leave that cow. Don't artificially produce that cow. Just leave her, give her some space. If you don't produce cow at the rate we are producing, there won't be so many cows. Okay, the same food you could use to feed people. The same food can be used. It could be betterly used, right? If we just leave people, if we leave animals out of if they're not included in an eco chain, a lot of good things can happen. Going plant based, why is good for you? It's more efficient for your body. Your body, if you know, you work best when you don't have anything in your stomach. You're so efficient if you have zero food, because more food you have, your body has to work to digest. So even you have the best amount of food, more you have 100, I'm saying, it, sky is the limit. Whatever you eating, it's made of gold. I'm saying if it's made of gold, but if you're eating something, your body has to digest it, right? Your body will have to digest it. So point is, more fat, more caloric, right? It has, the more caloric it can get, it's going to be bad for you. It's going to be bad for you. Especially I'm talking about meat, or like burgers which you go and eat at McDonald's. A burger, these are not good for you. If you just eliminate it, just, I'm not saying you to become a monk, just eat raw fruits. It's veganism and not about being eating things we don't like. Okay, there are a lot of recipes, there's a ton of recipes. I think you might have seen it. If you have not seen it, just social media is your best friend to just help you out. Initially everything can be made. You don't need to go to go to certain places, certain shops to only buy soya milk. You can make your own soya milk. You just need to buy a blender. And how expensive is a blender? If you're willing to invest it, if you're willing to make beautiful smoothies, and that is going to fuel your body, you're going to be more, have more energy, you can be more productive in your life. It's just, there's so many. For me, this life is so power giving, life giving, I'd say like that. Because every day I have some conquest, I know I will do it. And that feeling that, you're doing something good for the planet always gives. It's like gratitude for people, for animals, for the have not. We should have that. It's going to make your life so memorable, so loving. If you just stop torturing people for just our own benefit, we'll reduce carbon emissions, water, land pollution. It will solve a lot of problems. As I said, the need to raise animal for agriculture. So how much water does it take? As I explained you, vegetable takes the least amount of water to make 1 pound of food. If you compare this with beef, it's around I think 39. This is 39, right? It's I think it's roughly 500. It's more than 500%. Can you believe? Your vegetable don't. Fruits, if you compare, it's still very less as compared to a beef, right? It's very less for health, for good health and well-being. So as you know, if you eat a lot of fiber is in fruits and vegetable, you won't have obesity because fiber makes you. It gives you the feeling of satiety. You know what is satiety? You don't want to eat more. It's not the same thing with pizzas or ice cream that you can continue eating until your belly feels like exploding. There's a limit of amount of fruits you can eat because your body fiber is something that binds up your stomach, right? If I bind something, you won't feel the urge. You can't finish 10 apples in one sitting. It's not possible, right? You'll start feeling after the third apple if you eat. The same thing goes with vegetable. There's certain quantity that you can eat, and it's good for you because having more fiber in diet makes your digestion good. You don't spend a lot of time, right? It's make your body good. It cleansify your body. If you have heard of all detox juices, detoxing, it's purely made of vegetables and fruits, right? It's good for your health. Your body doesn't have to work so more. It doesn't. If you know fruits and vegetable, they don't have any fat. And if certain fruits or vegetable have, it's teeny tiny proportion of, and that won't harm you because it's good fat or what. And the calorie content is so low. You can actually eat a lot of vegetables and fruit in a good way. It's not going to harm you. If you want to replace, you want to start, it's good for maintaining a healthy weight because if you're not consuming a lot of fat, not a lot of calorie, you're already in caloric deficit. If you're maintaining your protein, your other needs, you actually can maintain a healthy weight and you can actually have that body you've always desired. You will have a improved cardiovascular health because your body doesn't have to work more. You have a better mood I've explained because of the ethical reasons as well as mental reasons. Your brain is feeling strong. You can just see your skin will be charming with glow. You don't need to apply 10 or 12 plastics on your face. That's worth so much. Like I can't even explain people how much they do because your skin becomes, it becomes too tight if you're eating a lot of fried food, things which your body doesn't need. You're just eating for the taste, and that has an effect on your skin. If you're not getting enough vitamin C, vitamin E, it's very important for your skin. I'll be very honest with you. What are the objectives? As I told, so it's these are not good for you. It plays a heavy burden on the environment. These are my favorite vegan stars. If you know, just watch the speech of Jackie Phoenix. He made a wonderful speech. So motivating, so motivating. If you are a vegetarian, if you want to go become a vegan, it's just for you. And if you're a non-vegetarian, I'm saying it's not something that I would want you to do. It's not forced on you. You have to figure it out yourself. If you want to do, just do a no meat Monday. Just start with it. If you can do for a day, I think that's enough. You know the person Dwight who played from The Office, he's a vegan. I don't think you know this, but he's a vegan. So a lot of people who are vegan just for ethical reasons, for health reason, it's good for you, for the planet. I think what do you think I need to explain more? There are a lot of people who are vegetarian. There are a lot of stars, if you know of Kylian Mbappe, he said in his interview that you should reduce meat consumption, because stars, they're recognizing the worth of having reducing the meat, the thing that, no, I know it's very tasty, it makes you alive, as said by a lot of people, but it's not good for you. That's the end line. Now you have to think, you have to do something that's not good for you, and when there are alternative available for you, just a shop away, you can find everything. If it's about here, it's about your thinking. You can change this. It's not about lifetime, it's not a prison. You can always go back. But if you like it, because I'm sure you like this change, a day won't make it a change, but if you like it, you'll continue. It's like, this is the logic behind it. And a lot of people who became vegan, they loved the journey. They're just, it's so I would want you to try it. If not for me, just for you, for your family. If you know Lewis Hamilton, if you know Novak, these people are always. So now, the ultimate question: would you like to change, or would you not? What do you think? I certainly think that you should change.